The intensifying tensions between Israel and Hezbollah has deepened the West Asia crisis. Although UN Chief Antonio Guterres has made a very strong appeal for an immediate ceasefire in both Gaza and Lebanon, the situation on ground remains tense. The situation in Gaza is also serious as at least 45 people were killed on 5th day of the Israel military's raid to prevent Hamas fighters from regrouping. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has made phone call to US President Joe Biden on Wednesday and discussed growing escalation in the region. Raghav Kumar Jha of DD India reports.
The conflict in West Asia has intensified dramatically as Hezbollah unleashed its most substantial rocket barrage to date on Israel on Tuesday and also on Wednesday. The aggressive move comes with the militant group's leadership pledging to maintain its offensive against Israel. In response, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced that Israeli forces have eliminated 50 Hezbollah operatives, including potential successors to former Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah.
We've degraded Hezbollah's capabilities. We took out thousands of terrorists, including Nasrallah himself, and Nasrallah's replacement, and the replacement of his replacement.
In view of the deepening crisis, UN Chief Antonio Guterres on Tuesday made a strong appeal for an immediate ceasefire in both Gaza and Lebanon. He warned that the region is at risk of descending into all-out war if hostilities are not halted.
On our calls for an immediate ceasefire both in Gaza and Lebanon, the immediate and unconditional release of hostages, and the immediate life-saving aid to all those who desperately need it.
Hezbollah said that it supports efforts to secure a ceasefire with Israel. However, reacting to Hezbollah's call for ceasefire, US State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller said that it shows the militant group is on the back foot and getting battered.
For a year, you had the world calling for this ceasefire. You had Hezbollah refusing to agree to one. And now that Hezbollah is on the back foot and is getting battered, suddenly they've changed their tune and want a ceasefire. I think it's not surprising given the situation they find themselves in.
Meanwhile, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu urged Lebanese people to throw out Hezbollah and avoid destruction and suffering like in Gaza.
You have an opportunity that hasn't existed in decades. An opportunity to take care of the future of your children and grandchildren. You have an opportunity to save Lebanon before it falls into the abyss of a long war that will lead to destruction and suffering like we see in Gaza.
On the other hand, on the 5th day of the Israeli raid in Gaza, at least 45 people were killed. The Israeli military says the raid is intended to stop Hamas fighters staging further attacks from Jabalia and to prevent them regrouping. In the backdrop of the deepening crisis, different countries have launched massive evacuation operations in Lebanon to save their nationals. Raghav Kumar Jha's report for DD India.